Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. Today I have got this little gift parcel, and this is part of the One Stamp at a Time blog hop. So I've made a tag and this little parcel, and when you pull it up, it's a coffee sachet. So really great for colleague gifts, for craft fairs, all those sorts of things. And obviously you could fill it with your favourite coffee. So I am using the standard size in the UK Nescafe coffee. This is actually old, but they still make the standard size. It comes normally, I think, in a pack of 8, but this is what I'm using. So I'm using the Christmas Time Is Here Designer Series paper, which is gorgeous. I'm also using the matching stamp set. It comes as a 2-step stamp. I'm just using the photopolymer pack, which has the sentiments on, but there is also, as part of the same pack, a red rubber which does the outline of the rose, and then the photopolymer also does the colours. Piece of 6x6 Designer Series paper. This is double-sided, obviously. You get 4 sheets of 3 double-sided designs, and they are all gold foiled. I'm using my lovely new paper trimmer. Remember, this is now available for customers to purchase. Just hop over to my online store, which is linked below, and you will be able to get one of these, and they're not as expensive as the last ones. They are less, which is always good. 6x6, really easy. Score at 1.5, and this is 1.5, right at the edge of the right hand side of your board. You want the grey blade, which obviously isn't a blade, it's a score tool, and then you want to score again at 1.75, and then at 1/2 inch, which is there. This is in, it's got inches and centimetres, and the grids are in 1/4 inches. That is all of the scoring we need to do. As I say, this is a really nice quick project that you can make lots of. As I say, great for craft fairs because these are pre-packed, so you don't need a health and safety certificate, which is always a deal, certainly in the UK. If you're using anything that's not pre-packaged, you have to have a health and safety certificate. All I'm going to do is, having folded on my score lines, is cut very fractionally in the middle, and then even more fractionally take off the rectangles at the side. I mean, this is a tiny hair of a smidge away from straight, just so that it doesn't hang over the edge. I don't even know if I can show you how close to the edge it is. That's the score line, and that's the widest bit. So very, very, very small wedge. Tear and tape is going to be your friend here, and then you need to decide whether you're going to go, well, that goes up, the bottom flap goes up, and then you need to decide which way you're going to fold and put your tape on accordingly. So I'm going to have this folding over this. So just add tear and tape to the edge of that. Tear and tape is 1/4 inch wide, so if you're adding it to the flap, so long as you go near the edge, you'll be fine, because there's an overhang of about 1/2 inch. Then you want it on both sides at the bottom. And just tear that off. I do always like to make sure that my tear and tape is well burnished down. A, it sticks better, and B, it pulls up better. And then just get your take your pick tool and peel the paper cover off. And then you want to fold the piece that's only got adhesive at the bottom across first, and then the other piece across to meet it. Take a 1/2 inch circle punch. If you've got a smaller circle punch, so a single hole punch, that would be fine too, but we have a 1/2 inch circle punch. Pop it in so that it's as down as far as it'll go, and eyeball the centre. You don't need to measure. I mean, if you want to measure, by all means do, and then just punch. Simple as. Grab your 1/4 inch gold shimmer ribbon and feed that through the hole, and then slide your coffee sachet in. I like to just fold the bottom up first and then just slide it in. And as I say, this is sized perfectly for these particular sachets. There are all sorts of flavours that you can get, so if vanilla is not your thing, don't worry, you can get any flavour you want, and then just chop the end. Right, before we do anything more with that, we need to make our tag. So I've got here a piece of thick Whisper White, which is cut at 2 inches wide, and from memory 3.5 inches long. Yep. And I'm taking the, I can't remember what it's called, but it'll be listed below and on my website, tag topper. Delightful tag topper, I want to say. And then if you like rounded corners, just round the corners as well. I do like rounded corners, so I'm rounding mine. And then you also want a scrap of Whisper White, preferably without a mark on it, but it'll be fine. Then I want Embossing Buddy on both of those, and I've got the Merry Christmas that I'm going to stamp on my tag, and I'm going to do it with the M and C nearest the hole. It's just the way I like it. You can put it the other way around if you want. I have a horrible feeling the battery is going to run out, but we'll see how we go. You may end up with a splice in the middle. Then I've got the May This Christmas Fill Your Heart with Warmth and Love, and just stamp that. Embossing powder for both of them. I'm just going to slice that off so it's nearer the bottom. Now this is literally a scrap. It's got something on the back that didn't work, but because it's going to be stuck onto my parcel, it doesn't matter. Into the gold embossing powder, just tap off the excess, and again into the gold embossing powder in both directions. Just make sure you've not got any stray anywhere. And if you have, just take a dry paintbrush and brush it off. I've got a tiny weeny bit where I don't want it between the two bits of the H, so I'm just going to use my take-a pick to get rid of those. Perfect. And then I can bring in my trusty cheese board. What would I do without my trusty cheese board? And heat emboss both of these. So let's pop those both under the fold back clip. Heat up my heat emboss. Now do remember, I am doing a giveaway. All the details are over on my website. I will link to the post on my website for all the details below. Well, I'll link below to my website, and then in the post will be all the details. And then just spot where you've got more bits in the wrong place. Love this! There we go. Now obviously if you're doing these for a craft fair, you may want to not do the heat embossing because that is an extra step, although I do quite like it. And I've got the label from the die set, the matching die set, so I'm just going to run that through my die machine. And should have done a Blue Peter special on that. I'm going to just grab my little fir cone, which is one of the stamps in the stamp set, soft suede ink, and then ink that up and pop 2 fir cones in the corner. Now on this one I have added some more die cuts. Again, this will be the slightly pared down. I'm doing it for a craft fair version. Just pop a couple of dimensionals on the back. And that can be popped across our little wrapper. Pop the tag onto our slider and then grab another bit of ribbon and tie it in a half knot. So tie your half knot and then tidy everything up a wee bit. Come on, this is where you need 3 hands. And then just, got it the wrong way up. Let's do it this way. Then it might actually tie in a half decent bow. There we go. Adjust your ends. And trim. So the giveaway is for a Stamparatus, new inbox Stamparatus. Always lovely to have. It's UK only, you don't need to purchase, but if you do purchase from me and use the host code, these are the gold shimmer dots, glitter dots, also from the Christmas Time Is Here set, or suite. So if you purchase from me and use the host code, you get 5 entries, but if you share any of the videos, YouTube, or the one on if you share my YouTube videos, my Facebook posts or my blog posts, any of them between now and the 17th of November, you will be entered into the draw once, and it's once per platform. So if you shared 8 Facebook posts, you would still only get 1 entry because that's the way I'm doing it, but it would be a free entry. And just make sure you've put a comment saying shared with a D so that I know that you have. And then on the 18th, I will draw for the winner of the Stamparatus. That is our project for today. If you've enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up. As I say, great for craft fairs and those sorts of things. Obviously, you could put something different inside. You could put a bar of chocolate, something like that. But a really nice little gift for craft fairs, for a teacher's gift, for a colleague gift, those sorts of things, stocking stuffer for your loved one, those sorts of things. So as I say, if you've liked that, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to leave a comment, you can do that below. Don't forget to subscribe by pushing the button in the bottom right hand corner. All the details will be over on my website, and as I say, information about how to enter the free draw. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!